again, Galusha. Welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. Today we're going to be having another knife throwing review, and I wanted to wait for this one until the final ones of all the ones I had, but just couldn't do it. Because I'll tell you right now, this is my favorites of all. And they're the most expensive of all, too. Costs a little bit more. In fact, this set of 3, to get them from Russia, these are Russian custom knives made by Lefux, and they are called the Stork, and it cost $190 to get them here. That's shipping and knives, which for custom knives, really, that isn't all that bad. Now, we're going to be talking about these. They're a little bit messy. I didn't clean them up. And another thing, too, that you can use is a product called Gun Protect. I use that on my guns, and I also use it on my knives. It's very, very good. They have a very nice leather sheath with these. It's not the cheapy type of sheaths that you see on a lot of them, and of course, being better knives, you wouldn't have. It's very, very nice sheath. Put it over here. We're going to be throwing these. Now, you can see the tang is very, very thick. They're a little, just slightly over 10 inches, which is what I like. Now, when I throw these, for a no spin, I'll be putting my finger right in here. I'll actually be holding them upside down, just like that. These are not sharpened. These are actual throwing knives, so they are not sharpened, as you can see. It's thick. I can rub my hand over it. It's just got a very, very good point. Now, like I said, I'll throw it this way for no spin, and this way for full spin, and this way for half spin. And when I get back to 16 feet, now at 10 and 13 feet, again, I will throw them upside down like that. But a lot of times at 16 feet, I'll alter, just depending on how I'm doing. I'll go around this way with it instead. And then I'm holding it this way. I have a little bit of an unorthodox way of throwing these at 16 feet. One of the problems I have is I've got a busted up collarbone, and I've got arthritis in my shoulders, my neck, you name it. So throwing at 16 feet, I have an awkward way. So any of you that have some sort of a disability like that, or even worse, you might want to kind of alter your throws when you start going at a fuller distance. So like I said, we're going to go down, we're going to throw this just like we normally do at 7, 10, 13, and 16 feet. And we'll see what happens with it. So I'm going to, and by the way, you can see how these are all have the Lefux Stork right on them. Very, very nice handle. You can get, oh yeah, I should mention this. You can get these also custom, where you can see the lines. See those fancy little lines? Okay, you can have your name or whatever put on that all the way over and over and over and over and over. I mean, I could have probably had Shootin' Plink put on it if I'd have wanted, but I didn't. I didn't opt for that. That's, I think, another $30 to have that done to this set of 3. So really, that isn't too bad, because it's both sides, and they're you know, $10 a piece on that to have it done. So if you want something like that, like for a gift or that, might be a doggone good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these and we're going to start throwing. Okay, we're going to start out at 7 feet like we always do, and I'll start off with the no spin, and I haven't been warming up, so let's hope I can do this. Very good. Happy with that. Now we're going to go with half spin. All right, got a couple of overspins and one perfect. Back to 10 feet, I'm holding it towards the bottom. right. $13 feet. Now I've got the whole handle in my hand. Right in the middle, right where I wanted it. Okay, now for 16 feet, we're going to see what happens. Missed the whole thing, didn't I? But I stuck them, all three, and I'll be showing you in just a second what I did to throw that. Threw them at all the distances, the 13 feet, 10 feet, 7, and then the 16, and that's what I told you. I'm going to show you each one how I did it, and you can see how terrific these knives are. They really stuck nice. Of course, at 16 feet, I went a little bit high on that. And I do have a tendency to arch it there because of, like I said, I've got a bad collarbone here, so I have to throw it that way, and that's what I'm going to show you now, the way I do it. I grip that knife, sometimes this way, and other times this way. This time, in order to stick it, I ended up gripping it this way. I choked clear up to here, you can see. And I've got my fingers like this. That's how I'm holding that when I throw that at 16 feet. Now, for 13 feet, I turned it around the other way, and I gripped the handle itself. And this is what I put in my notes. I've stressed this before. Make notes on how you do it. Each different knife is different. I mean, it's just like anything else. It's a different design, you're going to throw them differently. Different weights, different lengths. It's all different. So I use it like that for 13 feet. Now, 10 feet, this is where the holes come in. And normally, I take it right here on the last hole and grip it right there like that and throw it. And I release it right about here. Just as you feel the knife going, that's where I release it, and that's for a full spin. Now, I've already told you about the no spin, and that's when I've got it upside down, and I'm using this right in here, the bend. It's a natural feel to my finger. You just put it right there, don't go way up here. I mean, yeah, if you're going to try for longer distances on no spin, then you're going to want to go up a little bit higher. And we could do that, but again, I have always told you that shooting Plink is not going to be going towards what you can do otherwise. This is just for you folks that want to start into this. And these knives actually would be a good knife, but again, I recommend if you really want to see what knife throwing is like, go to Cold Steel so that you can buy a single knife and see how you like it. Learn with that, and then start looking at this type. And as far as the half spin, because I went through them all except for the half spin. Now the half spin, I'm going to grab the blade, and with this you can, without having to worry about getting cut. You could stab yourself if you were careful. I turn it this way, and I grab it right down in here, and that's how I take it, and I let go of it right about there, and it's going to kick in. Now if I was going to half spin a little bit further back, I'd go up here and then throw it. But again, that's after you get used to doing the other stuff. Also, the thing is, and if you notice, some of them, yeah, I stuck in the center, and that's what I like to shoot for. But what I wanted to show you is that they will stick, and that's the important thing. If you're just starting, don't worry about hitting that bullseye. Stick it. I mean, do worry about hitting the target. Don't be flying them off all over the place. And also, if these ricochet and come back at you with a point like that, it's kind of like a kunai. They'll really stick. So be careful of that as well. And if you have anybody around you, make sure, like I always say, to shoot safe, well, you throw safe too, because they can bounce back, they can ricochet and fly off. And I'll tell you, you can tell it's windier than all get out here. Yesterday we had up to 57 mile an hour winds. Yeah, that's right. And So I guess you could even say the wind might blow your knife off. But anyway, these are very, very good knives. I'm going to put up the link at their Facebook. That's where you contact them. They are building their website, but they do have a Facebook page, and that's usually where you get a hold of Ivan, is through there. And he can take care of you on these and explain what you do. He's also coming up with some new products, some new knives, and an axe called a Rhino throwing axe. I mean, that thing is wild looking, and anxious to get my hands on one of those. I really haven't been into axe throwing, not as far as this sort of stuff, so that's going to be interesting to see how that Rhino is. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.